time
so
for
we have time.
feedback. That's the time.
So
we have right
majority doesn't want to play, so
Map's
let's
perfect.
not play.
Map's perfect.
Okay, let's get to the feedback. Anyone with short amount of feedback can go first.
I have short amount.
Yeah,
I have one word to say.
Shady
one
first, yeah.
sentence.
Despacito.
Go back to the last version.
Okay, fair enough.
Word?
Thank you.
Gameplay wise,
Then-
gameplay wise.
He spawns.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
Is this not? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
why
keep
the map is just not clipped?
Zadri,
I
do
go
you have
next,
like how
or-
much?
Yeah, I have like two things.
Okay, 2 things, and then Ollie.
Yeah, the whole map is like a kind of interesting layout, but yeah, Zadri on city side, yeah. The layout is good. I like it. But visibility is your biggest problem. Insides, I didn't want to go inside at all. Like B side, and especially fighting from outside to B side, like these angles, like inside where some city holding it, it's hard to see him at all. Like I was like just spraying there, hoping I hit him with the head. Yeah, and whole B side is kind of this is too dark for fighting, like this. Yeah, whole B side just make the stronger lights and everything. But I like this addition. This is nice. Yeah, the vent is still quirky. You should do it breakable. Yeah, but you know the problem. Or make it just another connector. I would just delete the vent. I don't like the vent. This is cool. This heaven is good. I like that you can hold both sides from the same time, but you have to expose back from other side, so it's good. These are great words. But here is some clip. I can go forward. I have to jump. Yeah. Yeah, so make it like flat to go through. And that's all. I would probably make some plank, like connecting this. I don't like you have to jump there, like just make it something, yeah. Yeah, and clip this jump. Yeah. Okay, that's all.
Alright, thank you. Ollie?
Hello, X. It's Olivia on T side. Yeah, I personally really enjoy the map still as much as before. I think the new path feels natural and fits in the map and all that. I had fun, even though the team was like a fucking mess. It was actually funny. What I would say
Even
though
though
is
or because?
what? I'm not talking to you, stole my kills.
Damn.
But I said the team, not the liars. But yeah, you said that the map is abandoned and the lighting is like only natural, but then you have this light because here is dark, but then this is really dark. This is really dark. Yeah, so either add a bit more lights, maybe like some floodlights, like industrial lamps, or whatever. Like even just like one lying on the floor, just lighting up this wall, that will just brighten up the whole area. Or alternatively, you can just make holes, here, and then it will just, light the areas. Because this is just like not playable. Same in this room here. I kind of get what you try to do with the grating, like having a nice little square of lights everywhere. First of all, the resolution of the lighting map is just shit, so it doesn't work.
No. Like I made it purpose. The grate doesn't, because it will really.
Oh, well then just remove the grate, I guess, to brighten up the area a bit more. And maybe, like open this a tiny bit.
Yeah.
So that when you peek from here, people will actually have the outline of the people a bit more. Maybe actually make these just, grates. Yeah, so you can see through. Just be careful of this. But yeah, just in general, I think the map feels nice. I really like playing it. Please remove all the tiny shit angles like that. Also the clipping here is not this way. It's like but yeah. But overall, just keep detailing it because it looks very nice. Try to just brighten up the areas a bit more. I like that here is blue, so try to keep the themes like, oh, this is blue and whatever. Maybe this angle also was annoying. Like I just pushed here and I'm stupid, so I died to this, but that's because I'm stupid. But yeah. Yeah, but overall it was very fun. So yeah, good map.
All right, thank you. Anyone else with short feedback?
Could I go?
Somebody?
But I need to go quickly. Now,
Okay.
Silverty on CT side. Personally, I didn't. Well, I could have fun in the map. I didn't really enjoy it. I felt like it was a little bit too much on like kind of both sides, and some like generally just like areas just didn't feel intuitive just because lack of like lighting inside the building and so on. So, other stuff like this B timing here, where I believe like T's were able to just fully get onto the site before the CTs even arrived. I don't think that's kind of good, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was really just bad. Also, to add on to like the fact that since you didn't get all the areas clipped, what does mean is that people go to other areas. You'd say like, okay, don't go there, wherever, but like, how are you really supposed to tell if you don't clip it? Plus no radar, which obviously just doesn't help either. Another little nitpick here that I've also kind of noticed is, if you're spectating me, this does not feel like you should go here because something's blocking me. But no, it's just this little bit that just sticks out. Yeah. So just say like raise this or something and then clip this, so just it's smooth coming out of here instead of having to jump down and whatnot. Other than that, like, yeah, a lot of my feedback is just brighten up the map, or at least brighten up the interior areas, because right now, as it currently stands, it's really hard to see anyone. And also just like try to figure out what to do to kind of like make the pacing a little bit better in this kind of like area and B, because as it currently stands, T's like CTs, they lose control of this kind of middle area, and then now they're instantly onto B or whatnot. Or if they just full rush, they're onto the site before the CTs even have gotten to actual proper positioning. And just, I don't know what it is. It's just, maybe I'm just like molding or something, but like, I feel like some of the cover that is placed, it feels like they're placed, but then they're not really placed in locations that, benefit players or something.
Well, it's took. Which?
Like, I'm talking, like, mostly just talking about A, where it just kind of like feels a bit like cover's just kind of placed willy-nilly, even like placed in like areas that you could use it to kind of like hold or progressively get to the site or so. Generally, that's just how I feel playing the map. Yeah, that cover. Other than that, that's all I've got to say.
Thank you, Gilbert Johnston. Gilberty. How about T1?
I'll go left.
Okay. How about Etsy?
I really don't have anything like to say. It plays like a normal
Fair enough. Okay,
casual
let's
map.
next one. You have nothing to say.
Okay,
sorry,
I do.
apologies.
At second seat is that if you want to spectate. Yep. This vent, it's like super hard to jump inside of it. Can you like please make it a bit bigger?
Yeah, it's fine.
And and sometimes I actually like jumped on top of the crate. That's not like fun. When I'm trying to jump on it, I jump on the crate. And why is this like not solid? You can walk through it, but you cannot throw nades through it.
Wow. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, fix it, please. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Swoom?
Yeah, sure. This water is kind of interesting. I like the tile effect. Okay, so I can't really give a lot of feedback because I couldn't really see a lot of the map. But what I will say is there's a bit of a pixel gap in here. I'd recommend fixing that. Just for visibility. And the biggest thing is on the outside, when I'm looking into rooms, it's really hard to see CTs. So I'd recommend putting a bit of lighting around doorways or in areas like this. And there's one round I had an enemy appear and I could barely see them. It was extremely frustrating. I could barely see their shadow. So I think once you get inside, it's okay for it to be dark, but I think all the outside entrances to the inside should be visible. So if there's a way to correct the lighting so you can actually see inside these rooms all around the map would be ideal. The vent obviously doesn't have a proper vent you can break. It's just something you can walk through. It's kind of interesting. I'd recommend maybe putting a bit of lighting under here because the ambient lighting from that could light up the room a little bit further. And this back hallway I feel is a little too dark. I'd recommend maybe kicking this light on a little bit, even if it's dim or flickering. A little bit of light back here would go a long way. But the biggest thing, again, was just visibility from the outside. Once I got inside, it was okay. But there's certain areas I go to, I could barely see the enemy as I'm walking up. And it's very difficult when you're out here and you're defending the bomb and people are peeking rooms and you can't really see them that well. Like over here, I can barely see anybody at all. Same with over here and up there. So if you could just improve the lighting on the entries from the outside, I think that'd make the biggest difference. And obviously with the radar, it was difficult. I couldn't find out where the bomb was. I didn't know if my teammate was behind me or the enemy, so it was a little tricky. But overall, I love the map. It's actually really fun. I haven't played on a map like this that's really casual and super fun like this in a long time. It kind of brings me back to the old days when I played as a kid. So definitely props for that. This room could maybe use a touch more lighting as well. Just because these are really dark, if you could find a way to illuminate these a little more, that would maybe help. I'm not sure what you could do for that. Maybe with some neon sticks on the ground or something, glow sticks or something. That'll create some contrast, but that's my feedback. I had fun though. Thank you.
Alright, thanks. I think that's Lamright didn't give feedback yet. Alright.
Yeah, the map is fun. I like it. It's as fun as it has always been. It's a bit too dark, as people have said. Like Shady has like a really dark like perma, so like whenever she's like crouching like here, I just cannot see her. I think what you could do is like add some like post process to like raise the exposure. That would be like a massive difference because like mid game I like raised my brightness to the max and then I could just see everything. It was really nice.
I also did that.
Yeah, like a fucking cheat
Yeah,
code. Yeah, you have like a bunch like missing like Q maps and like light probes that to work on fixing that. I'm not sure about like all these new areas, but they played okay. This vent was super annoying because like you have to jump here for like some reason, and then like you make noise and it's not very like look at this. Also make this breakable. Um, I like what you've done with like the lighting. It's just like a bit too dark, but like I like how it's like all like ambient light. It's it feels like very like gritty, very I like it. It's it's dingy, looks really nice. This tree is really nice. Um
Ready?
but yeah, like just work on the lighting on the Q maps, the probes and all that. I'm not sure about this being clipped off because you can like reach here very easily with this boost or like just jumping from here to there. Oh really? Because like it felt like we're like yeah. Oh, you also haven't fixed this, where you can just go here. I think that was like on in the last version. There's a pixel gap right here, and like you can see like I think I saw like Olaf here, and it was very funny. You have a pixel walk right here.
Right,
Just
it
go,
was
you
really
can
funny,
go on
dude.
these stars. What else? I think that is it. Honestly, it's a fun map. Yeah, this area is way too dark. This little room here. And the hallway. But I think someone already told you that. Yeah, that's it.
All right, I'm gonna
Alright.
go next.
Thank you.
Uh,
Nelson?
Nelson, T-side. I think should go without saying that this map being in an abandoned setting is no excuse for having like shit lighting. Um, this is still a Counter-Strike map, so yeah, fix that. Even if it might be a tad bit immersion breaking that there's somehow lights everywhere in like an abandoned factory, but just necessary. Yeah, clip the map, fix light probes. Like this is super weird out here. Like people are just black, not so like peeking around here looks super awkward. Um, I'm very tempted to say cut this out. Yeah, I honestly, I cut it. You can then have like this maybe be like a bit more shallow and this too. But the HUD just adds nothing but absolute chaos because the timings for this are probably fine, but the timings for HUD are just like stupid. It gives so much control because you can't really look into it well from either side. As long as you're on the respective part of the HUD. And it just allows for so fast flanks, and the map control just completely breaks if anyone enters this. Like, the thing is, if you had like 7 players a team, then it would be fine. Because then you could like dedicate 3 people to here or something like that. But you can't. Most of the time it's gonna be one. And I think that's kind of bad. You can still have a lot of approaches as a T here, because you can like boost up here, like boost behind this box, get up on top of the roof, use util. Like, I don't think the complexity would decrease too much. To be honest, this was hilarious to play, like this part of the map. I think if there just was a fucking mini map, so I'd know what the fuck was going on, it would probably be fine. Just it felt super like confusing. Better clipping here is absolutely necessary, especially with how often this just gets smoked. So it's that much more important that you play, but because the thing is, one smoke here can cover like a lot, and it's that much more important that your players then don't get stuck on like all the fucking corners and whatnot, because you still need to be like able to go through, fall back, whatever. So yeah, I would just clip all these things off, the details. I'm really not sure about this upper part being so open towards a T-spawn. It just, this is very off, like, CTs get this very easily, and you just have so much control over CT spawn. Like, you can basically cut all rotations from a headshot angle, nonetheless. Clip it, obviously, that is another thing. But yeah, maybe even without the clipping, even more, you can like do stupid shit here, and T's can't really do anything against it. Like, you can't, without like dumping a Molotov here, like every time you want to like go anywhere, it's and even then you can just smoke it and still get up here and play here, and you're safe. So I think really don't know about this being open towards the T spawn. I'm very tempted to say that that's probably not the right approach. If you gave the T, like if this wasn't just directly open and uncontestable, but you rather gave the T's like an approach to this. But then again, the map is already complicated enough. I don't want to like tell you to add like more paths or whatever, because you really don't need more paths on this. Similar thing here. This is just so noisy. Like, more or less you're holding this or this, but as soon as you get to like this part, it's just so like you have this, this. It's all right next to each other. And the thing is, it goes both ways, because obviously as a T you can kind of select which position to play, and the CTs kind of have to clear everything if they want to push here. But also the CTs have so much cover, and you're kind of need to see which angle you're actually holding. Again, I don't know if it's a great thing that it's so open to T-spawn, because this too was often under CT control. Like, you could quite often like smoke this, for example, and just take this control, and if smoke was a bit better than just like cut all rotations. I think if this was blocked, maybe you had these two open instead, and and you then adjusted this cover a bit, so as a T, I can kind of like at least somewhat cross behind this. Would probably play a lot smoother. And then obviously have this, but you know, then you can't just passively do this. You actually need to push past this part and out here to cut rotations. So I think that would also help a lot. You had this gap, which is hilariously absurd. There were more. I don't really remember. I think you also had some floating boxes around here.
It's the T-spawn box.
Oh yeah. So also this entire ensemble is also floating. So stuff like that. Obviously like some smaller optimizations. Do we have anything else? No, I think that's it. The map definitely has potential to be very fun with its goofiness, but right now it's too goofy to be fun in my opinion. It's this being solid and you like getting stuck on it. Like this really should just be non-solid. All right. That's my
That's it?
feedback. Yeah.
Thank you, Nelson. Okay, T1 wanted to go last. You want to go before me, the T1, or after me?
Do you want to go last more than I want to go last?
No, I don't care. I can give my feedback
Then
now.
go ahead.
Okay, so X300 speaking. Hello. Okay. I'll give you some hamburger form of feedback. So bun is good. Meat is the constructive, and then the ending is good. I don't have much good to say about this, so I'm gonna try to find something. The theme is fucking awesome, and I like the use of lighting outside. That's the end of the good parts. I hated my time in this playlist. I think it was like it makes me think that we have to enforce quality, like enforce more quality control, and actually like limit the maps we playtest, because it's which is the moment. Wait.
Who would listen to that guy? Who is he?
What
Yeah,
the
bro,
hell?
who's
Alright.
this guy? He sucks.
Okay,
Get
so
him out of here!
all right, so we should not playtest maps like this, because all these things that are limiting player ability to play are fixable. They're so fucking easy to fix. I don't think you fixed anything in the whole map from last playtest. Like you removed this window here and removed this window here, and then you blocked this thing. But those fucking things don't matter. Like they don't matter at all in the grand scale of things. If you don't have one good visibility and a radar to fucking read the player movement in the map, like you just can't play this map.
The radar was supposed to be there. It was I even
Can you then ensure that the fucking thing works before we play this? Like it's very basic to do. Yeah, yeah. Like next time we're just not going to play this the map if it's like this, or at least I'm not going to play. But sure. Yeah, but in yeah, but in my offense, you can also test the visibility for the playtest. Yeah. So then to the layout side of things, like I don't think many people really get to play the map, and you get such a fucking like surface level feedback. Like how much of your feedback has today been like fix the lighting, when there are actually potential, like there's so much potential in this map, and you could be getting like way better feedback if those players just like got past the lighting issue. And it's kind of a shame. You don't get to develop the map if the map has like technically broken shit. Okay, so first of all, the standard of lighting. I think looking at the CS:GO version of DE Cache, that map has 0 artificial lighting in it, and it still has like the best visibility with the fucking green. I guess the greenish stuff.
That is
was
not true. I
taken-
can't see shit on that map.
You're colorblind anyway. So still, like the map is very well lit indoors. Like the lighting is not the issue in that map, and it has 0 artificial lighting. So if Evan Pone can do that, you can do it as well. It's not hard. Here, like the structure of the map structurally, I think you could do something very interesting with making this truck the other way around, so that it limits player movement, and the bomb site would be like indoors behind the truck on this side. So imagine this being the bomb site in the open, and then from long, you would have this box in the way, so that there's some difference between peeking from here and some difference peeking from here, so that this sight line would be cut off, right? From here, you would only see this far, not all the way there. Then making the truck so that there's like, you could add a box. You could add even a box here, and keep this open. Making the truck so that it makes a wall over here. See? So that there would be like a wall from the flatbed, and then the nose of the truck would be like this. And then with one more box, you could make this area be like an enclosed bomb site, right? That would mean that taking long here, you could rotate past CT spawn, past A bomb site, then to get to B, and the map would actually have some structure. And then whoever controls this indoor area can have the faster rotate between A bomb side, which would be here, and B bomb side, which is here, right? That would be actually interesting. The map would have mid, B main, A main, and long, right? Then taking, I think the T spawn definitely needs some solid walls. These chain link fences are fucking annoying. Like, I can barely see if a player is like crouching over there. I can barely see them. And even then, like if I'm trying to fight the player from here, I cannot see them at all. Like it's worst visibility both ways, and it's just not. Can you justify this? That's what I'm gonna say. Then areas like this, indoor areas, they have two deep corners. I cannot clear this. I cannot clear the area on top of me. When I peek into this area, I'm always seen and visible from there. So I cannot either clear the backside of this table without wallbanging it. So I have to give out my position, and then after that I have to like push this, and then someone could like wide swing me from there, or just shoot me like from the behind the table, like, oh, hello. This area, I think it's too big to be like right next to the bomb site. There's so much to what's that sound? Is someone fucking having the hiccups or something?
Sneezing, I think.
Someone's going.
I have hiccups.
Can you mute your
I
mic?
can mute.
It sounds hilarious.
I can.
Bro sounds like a fucking, what are those, like prairie dog going? Okay. Yeah, it's just pacing wise, the map is like all over. There is not a single position that you can play like classic Counter-Strike. Like you know, like you cannot play this map in the way that Counter-Strike is meant to be played. In that you peek an angle, you see no one's there, you use utility, clear it out, and then you push closer to your position. There's always something, like you cannot molly this out because they can just like move back here, like away from the molly, and then go back to their position. There's not I cannot think of a single position in this map that plays like that. There's always something fucking annoying in your way to limit. Like here, if there's a CT player like this, I have to first push here, clear this, then I have to position myself in the way that I'm not getting flanked at any position. So I have to expose myself to this door, which I can be like kind of like pushed and shot in the fucking back. I have to peek this. The player's head could be there. The player's head could be there, there, there. There's a fucking stairway, which means that the player could be crouching here, or they could be standing up. So there's like a 32 unit like height variation where the player's head could be, or they could be off angling like down here, and that already makes like player head could be here or here, right? That same thing continues up until this position. There's foliage in the way that the player is completely fucking invisible behind. Then you are met with a super deep angle for the CT to peek, a fucking table, clunky shit in the way that I can barely wide swing around it. Bad visibility, so like when it comes to situations like this, if I fucking wallbang this wall, it's gonna create smoke and the player is like completely fucking visible. invisible behind it. It's like the whole map is so fucking full of this shit. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Clipping. Yeah, I found myself like getting stuck every fucking bit of the way. There's just a lot of unclipped stuff. I don't understand how this is not fixed yet. I think if you fix the cube map, just like stretch one huge light probe volume over the whole thing, put the fucking cube map like in the light probe volume here, like where my player's head is, and just bake the cube maps. When you compile, tap the fucking bake the cube maps on build, do that, and then that's it. The map will probably fix quite a lot of the lighting issues, even without you having to add like any artificial lighting. Still, I think this is like really think about what you want for this map to be. Do you want it to be like silly and whimsical without the players like really even understanding what they're playing? Like silly and whimsical is fine if the map is like silly and whimsical, but if you want to like for the players to actually have fun on it, then you have to get past the can I take this seriously stage. So it has to have like good qualities to it. It just cannot be like bad, you know? Also this window is fucking ass. And here as well, like again, the fact that you can there's the heaven position, CT could be there, and then CT's player could be there, but now I'm peeking into two areas as well. This sideline is fucking atrocious. Also, there's a headshot angle over there. The fact that you didn't fix this, I don't know. But you used to have the same thing with the APC anyway. Oh my god. Maybe a squeaky door here if you like pacify this area, make it a little bit more harder or like more enclosed so that you cannot just rotate between A and B. Like yeah, maybe. Yeah. And then the one of the biggest things that definitely affects how the map plays is the timings. I felt that players could be anywhere at any time. I did not have a single idea in mind where the players can be peeking me from. I don't know what is a good position for me to get to as a CT before the Ts could push me. So that was like, I don't know. There was a couple of rounds where I was just like playing here, and then I thought in my mind that I was able to like kind of start clearing and pushing past the Ts after they're like okay, they're not around A like B anymore. It's been that amount of time, and then I started to like clear here, and there were people like just here starting to take the area, and I was like, what the fuck? And then one more round, I was like mollying this out like that, and then Atsik just like out of the blue, or I think it was Silverdy, which just like peeks me like this, and what will I do? I was like, I don't know. So yeah, I think I've waffled enough, but definitely just fucking I don't know. Fix the fucking map. There's so much shit that it's so fucking painfully obvious to fix. Please, I know you're a skilled man. You can do it. It's not hard. Damn. Okay, I'm done. T1.
Yeah, done.
You are done. Okay. Feedback. All right. So I have a small notepad here open. Okay. First of all, lighting. Lighting is weird because I myself saw everything perfectly fine, but I'm not saying that that means that the lighting is perfectly fine. I think what that means is that there's always ways to improve. I know I personally really didn't have a problem. I think maybe B side, maybe like Zadri had a green model standing on here was kind of rough. Overall, even like this is like probably the darkest room. I know I was fine here. Truly, again, maybe I was lucky. But what I'm saying with all of that, yeah, you can always improve, and I think like it's not even that you cannot like. I think this map can be fully lit, fully like naturally. You just need to be braver with fake lights. What do I mean by that? Just put in this room like 3 huge omni lights with like a very small brightness, like maybe 50, but big range, just something like that. Just like basically you're still like natural lighting, quote unquote, but you're just sort of like upping the brightness of the area, if that makes sense to you. Because I do think it's fine, and it's like very much like it would be even good lighting by CSS standards, but yeah, CS2 is rough, and if you like look at CS2 maps, they're all just fucking flashbangs to me personally. So, but this one was fine, and I was playing on 100 on like on the default brightness, or even lower than the default brightness, because my eyes hurt. I like the dark mode, so I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm saying with lighting. It's not. I don't think it's that bad, but I do think there's always place to improve. Especially we also have some people colorblind, some people see not that well. So you know, I don't think it's horrible, but yeah, you can always improve a bit. All right. Next, the overall. So this is my first time playing them up. I'm not sure what were the other versions, but on the flow of the map overall, uh, first couple of rounds on each one of the sides, we were just like trying to play quote unquote classic Counter Strike. We were trying to play Counter Strike that doesn't work. Um, now, now, uh, I'm this is a hot take, but I don't think you need to be classic Counter Strike, and I don't think it even need it like it doesn't become automatically a casual map if it's not classic Counter Strike.
I forgot to say that. Yeah, I just
Uh,
have to chime in here. I agree with that. Yeah.
Basically, like I think the like the best example is Insertion 2 and Insertion 1. I'm not saying these maps are like Insertion. I'm just saying that they're at all not Counter Strike, but I had a bunch of competitive games and the, based on like Counter Strike core
I
gameplay.
didn't.
I was when Insertion 2 was in game, I was only playing it solo queuing, or no, it's like full queuing it only for like the whole duration of the operation. It's very competitive. It's very well designed. I can make a 40-minute video essay about the intricacies of competitiveness of Insertion 2. In my so you can feel free to disagree, but yeah, and so basically how it went is that everyone was quote unquote playing classic Counter Strike. At some point, I realized that like I like you need to have like this switch. You need to switch your mind. You're not playing classic Counter Strike. Like you can say that oh everything is too open around here. You need to close everything off. Just fucking la la. La. But like for example on T side, at the moment I stopped like trying to push somewhere and I just like literally just set in T-spawn with an op. Suddenly I just like 1, 2, 3 kills every round for free. Absolutely, just calm down. Just you don't have to go execute a site. You're not Navi. Just like calm down. That's what fucking I was saying to my team. Stop shouting. Just like fucking slow down. All is good. Just like okay. We are watching and we are like slowly progressing through the map. That's like why I like Vertigo, because everyone tries to play classic Counter Strike. Just fucking slow the fuck down. Just fucking camp for a bit. That's healthy for you. Like fucking uh imagine you're an elderly person on their pension, just taking a stroll, just like take a moment to appreciate the scenery. Anyway, so yeah, that's my overall opinion on the flow of the map. Just fucking calm down. It's like it's all right. I personally had a good game. Um, so now that I think I got the feel, of course I need a couple more games to get like completely, but I think I got a feel for the map more or less. So with my feeling of the map, I would like to see some changes. First of all, I would like to see a bit more cover on T-spawn, a bit more cover on CD spawn. Um, and I mean a bit more cover, not like just add more crates, but like make it like less roomy in not even flat, but I would say like for example this building, like just if it was for example extended up to here, it would like better zoning. I would call it maybe that like it's not even that the cover would change because it will be like essentially the same peak, but there's just like the zones are more separate from each other. Like when you're having a fight here, you don't want to get shot from over here. So and I can say the same about B, that like this fight right here is nice. This fight, like the fights by themselves can be nice, but often they get mixed up with some like other person from other side of the map who suddenly like spots you from across. So I would think of cover right now in terms of improving cover more like as improving zoning, like making the zones more defined. You're not like adding cover to play around. Just start with like making more defined, like oh, I'm in this area of the map. I'm not just like somewhere outside, you know. Also, small little note. Angles like this, just add like you have the nuke model for white planks type things, will fit very well. Also, one thing I would like to see improved is, especially for newer players, so to reduce frustrations. Basically, for example, you have a lot of these upper windows up here. Of course, only basically this one, and this one are playable, but all of those are open, and you can say that this is good for nade, and I agree with you, for nades and stuff. But I would like for newer players to have a more clearer like guideline to what is playable and what is not. So the simplest way would be to just plank everything, but then you're losing the nades. But I still think like in some areas that might be worth the nade sacrifice to make like the areas more defined. But also maybe like maybe the simplest way, add a single stupid artificial light here, like the fucking the classic game design. Or put a light there, people will look there, it works. Fucking just something like that. And how do I put it, like, and reversely, or fucking the opposite, like maybe make this a bit darker, like somehow maybe darker textures or whatever, like put some plants hanging from here, I don't know. So just from both sides of this building, making the windows that are not playable, like these ones, just less looking playable, to look less playable, right? Also, yeah, the small little bit head glitch on city spawn. I think even this city route can actually go up instead of down, and that will be good because that will discourage people from camping here because they are actually more exposed than when they are on flat ground. So that's, I think, is a simple solution to that. Hut on A long. A long, I think, is alright. Well, it's like it can do with a little fixing, but like right now it's fine. Yeah, sorry for my feedback. I'll finish quickly. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So this hut right here, uh, it's it's good. Inside is good. Playing it fight you can have inside it is good. But my problem is that coming out here and coming out of the hut doesn't feel very different. Like, or you like it's sort of you take. You can say that like hut is safer, but essentially it's like essentially you need to clear this area to get the hut. I I I will. I think that taking hut comes with an extra danger of facing a shotgun player somewhere inside the hut, and I think that is good, but that should be rewarded because again, this pick is sort of the same. I think super simply, barrels here, something just minor buff to the hut, so that when you take the hut, you feel like I accomplished something and didn't just like take one of two possible buffs. Um, Same goes for these entrances as well. Uh, they're way too similar in my opinion. Yes, they're in different spots, but again, more differentiation. Maybe this crate, like it's right now, okay, blocking the angle side. Okay, maybe keep it like this. Maybe here, fucking add a bunch of crates like this. So this is more separate. Basically, when you come out, instead of doing basically the same fight you will be doing over here, close this, and now you have a whole separate little like again comes into zoning. You have like a separate gameplay experience from the guy pushing there, and you can like have your own fights, and then you eventually meet in the middle. So that's my couple of my ideas. Maybe that also a bit again very similar paths, but that I didn't feel much of a problem with this, but you get me. I hope. Mid, I like mid. Uh, Again, mid is very weird because you get shot from weird angles. I'm not sure how to quite improve it, but I like the dynamic of that. For example, taking this position with a shotgun or anything, it like seems useless. I'm not on the site. I'm not set up for any sites, but it's like cut-offs city aggression, cut-off city rotations. I think it's fine how it's set up. I like that like there's some neutral areas that you're also interested in taking just for the sake of cutting off rotations. So that I felt was pretty cool. Okay, B overall good, and B is like the part of the map that is most similar to classical Counter-Strike. Couple small things around B, of course, brighten up a bit. This angle right here, please no. Also, everything is a lot of crates in general around the map are floating. So yeah, and this crane right here wasn't a problem during this playtest because not a lot of people played up there, but I feel like you can just move it a bit to the left. So yeah, like it's just clear there. It will take like 1 second. Or if you want to go crazy mode, put like a plywood inside the crane or something that it's holding something, and then it's like a actual piece of cover you can use against the OP window. But who knows? Uh, okay, last small nitpicks. very small nitpicks. This is a self boost. You saw it. Clipping all around the map. I'm not going to specify. Just it's important. A vent. I think vent could be made wider because if you see vents like this is I think 48 by 48, right? I would make it like 56 by 56. Just no harm in that. Just better for better game feel, you know. Again, angles for transparent textures, kind of funny, but probably should be gone. All of this and radar. No, yes, and I really like the sea, but it's kinda not really visible from most of the map. I imagine if you will like once you make a 3D skybox and will be more extended to the horizon, probably will be better. But just a shame that you have such a beautiful scenery, but it's just like. So yeah. Overall, I enjoyed it, and I like those type of maps because I'm like probably the very opposite of Olaf. Like if it's a 4 square, I'm just like. Ugh! So yeah, all right. That's it for my feedback. I'd like to see more playtests and the map improve more. All right.
All right.
Switch
Lots of
the
good
map.
feedback. Switch map, mods, switch map.
Mods.
All right.
No.
Mira.
You're more
Who's
than
swapping the
welcome.
map?